What is a buy-sell agreement and when do you need one? Interesting. Well, stick around and I'll tell you. G'day everyone, Simon here. So what is a buy-sell agreement? Well, let me run you through a little scenario. A buy-sell agreement is used when you have two or more people who are part of a business. And so the issue you have is, let's say you've got two people. Let's say this person was to die. This person, let's assume they have a will because they're smart. Under their will, they'll be able to transfer their assets to their heirs, right? Now, if these two people are in business, this person may not want to stay in business with this person's heirs. So let's say this person dies, leaves everything to his daughter, which is over here. This bloke now ends up in business with the daughter because the dead person here has transferred his 50% share in the business to her, which he can do legitimately under his will. That may be not what these two people want to do, and so what they can put in place is a buy-sell agreement that basically says on the occurrence of certain events, and they're usually death or permanent disability, then the remaining person has the ability to buy out the departing or deceased person, and that way they get control of the business, but the deceased estate, in this example, so say this person dies, this person has the ability to buy them out. They take insurance proceeds out to protect them, so they use the policy of the insurance to pay it out, and this guy then buys out the amount that they've agreed the 50% of the business is worth. And that way, in this case, the estate here gets the money that they're owed for their 50% share in the business, but this person isn't stuck on being in business with someone else that he didn't count on. In other words, in my example, this person here, this bloke, he doesn't end up being in business with the deceased person's heir, the daughter, right? Does that make sense? So that's what a buy-sell agreement is. It's an agreement, and it's often used in partnerships. Where you've got two brothers who are in partnership. That's where I did one recently anyway. And it's a good way to make sure that if something happens to either person, because you could have a trigger event that says permanent disability. So if a party dies, the buy-sell agreement is triggered. If a person, either one of those two, suffers a disabling act, so they become permanently disabled, then that could also be another trigger that allows the other party to buy them out. And in fact, you can, or you should, draft the buy-sell agreements as having both a put and call option, so that if someone dies, or if this person dies or is injured, this person has the right to buy them out, but also this person's estate, if they're dead, or him if he's not mentally disabled, has the ability to ask this person to buy him out. So it can work both ways. And that's usually okay because the funding for all of this usually sits in an insurance policy which the business generally takes out. So that's a buy-sell agreement. That's how they work. So they're a good idea if you're in business with someone and you want to protect what happens in the future if either party suffers some sort of adverse event. Death's pretty adverse, isn't it? Not too good for business. Anyway, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. Thanks very much.